Well, Tom, we're off on a hunting trip. Dale's showing us the way here. We're going up the mountains. Hope he knows where he's going, because I sure don't.
He's talking about, I don't know where Double Top is.
That might be up there, what they call flat top on the map. He might call flat top. Well, we're entering Crested Butte, Colorado. Tourist trap like Wisconsin Dells. And we're going up in this job here, which is another tourist trap, I guess.
That's Ferris Creek Valley. There's four fingers in there. It's straight if you could go straight. Hey, you see that patch of timber? In amongst the aspen, right?
We're down the bottom.
You'll just follow it and go to the right, but I won't go.
We'll be hunting up in this valley.
I won't go that far this time. Okay. See, what I did was raced up here to check this gate.
All the way along these hills.
And I thought you were following, and when I looked at my watch, they should be there.
Well, here we've got a
I drove all the way back and I said,
trail that's going to go up into the mountains.
Yeah, that yellow street.
Today we got up. Been raining most of the night. View of the canyon down below us. Another tent. Is this the way you guys hunt?
Yeah.
Boy, I can see you're really ambitious there. Setting in the kitchen.
These were smart enough to get out and in the rain.
Setting in the kitchen. There's our camp, one of the tents. The other tent, our mule ATV, Dale's truck. Mountains where it's, as I say, been raining all night. Sprinkling on and the sun shining in on my left side. We have just came through the woods, don't know how far, a mile or two, to this big open area. Drops off there. This is one of the peaks of Double Top. Continues up along this side. We're gonna go up this side of this meadow and then come back down there. Down off in that valley someplace is our camp. Behind this tree you can see the big mountain. This is a view of our camp from approximately 11,000 feet. The noise you hear in the background is Tom tying a bugle. Pretty good job of it. So that's our camp in the area that we came in on. The road that we came in on up the valley. Mountains in the background. All the way around. We're at approximately 11,000 feet. And our camp is about 9,500 feet. All of the mountains in the background, the valleys. Dale's hunting up in that valley there someplace. All the way around. Double top one side. Some more double top. Back down this valley is what they call Ferris Creek. Down behind these trees. Clear back down to a basic area of our camp. You can see there's some frost on the tents this morning. My tent that I stay in. Just the blue of the cook shanty behind it. Quite frosty this morning. Down in the background you can see the clouds in the valley below the mountain. Below the valley, we're going to head up into this valley this morning. To the left of that yet. Actually up behind these trees. See what's going on there. Well, Tom, we're on our way up. We left camp this morning at 9,500. We're at approximately 12,005. Better make that 10,005. Headed for the higher country. Not here. This is about 12,000 feet. One half of double top. Down some of the valleys. Another part of double top in the background. And we came up through areas like this. Dark black timber. I don't know if you can hear the creek in the background. But we came up quite a steep area. It's taken 3.5 hours. But this has to be what they call God's country. Slide down through there, some of the Quakies over in this area. Can't see it, but we were over to the left of this area yesterday. Farther left, all there's trees in this scene we can't see anymore. Yeah, he's getting a little warm. We gotta take some clothes off.
Well, Tom run out of gas here and decided to send me 2 hours later, and he sends me up the hill to take a picture. This is what we've been climbing for quite a while. It's a long ways up here and steep. We could call an elk in, but we don't want to because we couldn't do nothing with it if we had it. A lot of grass and water up here. Oh God, there he goes. He's gonna call one in.
Send for the helicopter.
You ring the supper bell and he'll be down the hill in a hurry. Well, tomorrow, this is just a practice run today. Tomorrow we're going to see if Tom's got ambition enough to climb the top of that one.
What do you think, Tom? Think the hills and mountains in Colorado are steep? Anybody that doesn't think so, just take a look at that tree in the background compared to the hillside angle.
These other ones can't even stand up straight. They're so steep.
You don't even hardly have to sit down. All you have to do is just park and you're already got a back something to lean against. Well, Tom and I have decided that this is about as far as we're going to go up, seeing there's nothing but solid rock here. He just threw part of the mountain down the side hill here. I don't know what else he's trying to do. I got an idea. We're going to try to work our way up through here below the rock slide. So from now on we'll see where we end up. Yeah, there's our camp. Long ways down there. What are you looking at down there? And we came up every inch of it on foot. This is the Gunnison National Forest wildlife area, wilderness area. There's no motor vehicles allowed. You get valleys and parks, like you see here, up into the canyon where you might not be able to make out. Vast, vast area, higher yet to the mountains. Just a massive expanse of gullies and forests. The only way in or out of there is horseback or on foot. I'm just at the edge of it now. We of course came up here on vehicle. Sheer rock cliffs. Very difficult to make out. It's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon their time, and still hard to see. Down in the valleys, I'm not sure I'm even getting the picture. Sharp crags, cliffs, into an open meadow area. I'm standing at 11,392 feet. The mountains that you see in the background, if you can see them in this film, are between 50 and 75 miles away. Just make them out through the clouds. This is the same canyon I just looked at a short time ago, except that I'm at a higher elevation. Same little plateau. Down in the area there is Gunnison. Can't see, but that's the general area that it's in. You can see the mountains a little better down in these valleys. sheer rock walls. It's almost vertical climb. As you can see through the trees out into the meadow, the sun is shining very brightly. However, if I can focus in on this, you can see that even though the temperature is, I would guess, 55 degrees, it has hailed almost a half-inch of hail. I'm sitting back in the, it's called dark timber. This is the type of habitat that elk come through, hoping that this is the last of the moisture, precipitation, etc. Possibly the elk will come through one of these areas, with any luck, that is. After this downpour of hail and rain, everything is a beating of moisture. And thinking of moisture, finger shooters of the world would be elated with this wet situation on their fletching. This is the spot I sat in yesterday. At around 11:30 in the morning, two spike bulls come up in this little opening by those quakies back there. Disappeared off up into the area over to the right. Tried to get some video of it, but I couldn't. This is a large forested area. Around over on this side, approximately 6:30 in the afternoon, right down in there next to the trees, I saw another spike bull. He walked right across this opening and stood just past this tree here, about 18 to 20 yards, but no 4 points and no brow tines, so I had to let him go. Had some rain last night, so everything is wet. Approximately 600 feet up the mountain farther from where we are, there's snow on the ground. Well, we're going to try it here again until noon. Should be able to see some animals come up through here or over where they were yesterday. Don't know if I'll get another chance, but we'll try it.
Oh, I didn't see nothing.
Back where that blowdown is, I saw a few fresh tracks. They're kind of small, probably those spikes again.
Do you have any snow on your side?
No. Right where I sat down, there was just like a little bit of that hail the other day.
Yeah.
Just a trace of it, but otherwise there was no snow. Couldn't see anything. I think that's up higher. We're only about 10,000 feet. And I think that's up to about 16, 1700 or 10 sevens, what I'm trying to say.
Well,
You didn't see anything, huh?
I didn't see anything. I had some snow over on my side on the north slope there. I was on a little snow, and we had a little hail there. About an hour after I was out there.
Where that fresh bear dung was yesterday, there's some more on the other side of the road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't see him though, huh?
Nope, didn't see a thing. Well, what are we going to do this afternoon now?
Well, this morning we come up through here. Kind of muddy.
Want to stay in this area, or do you want to go down further, or should we try something else this afternoon?
Well, yesterday there was a lot of good sign right through here. That's where I dumped that. It looked to be like a 5-point hole, pretty good size.
Just up the ridge here, a ways up. 600-700 feet higher.
Yep. Right around on the backside on the north slope. But he took
I don't know. We didn't see a whole lot up there, I don't think, did we? Or just that one? Where was that one you saw, that big one?
The big one was right on the backside here.
Right below where Dale was.
Yeah, Dale's sleeping over here.
He's sleeping.
About 200 yards from Dale.
Yeah.
And his wallow was only about he was only better down about 200 feet from where his wallow was, but he wasn't using his wallow yet.
Well, what the heck, we'll try it sometime.
Okay.
We'll take a look. Get nothing else. These three bulls are about 300 yards away. All spikes. Couldn't shoot them if they did come in there. This is the kind of country we've been hunting in for the last week and a half. Steep canyons, gorges. This goes straight down, you can't hardly see how steep it is. Up across here, clearing on the other side. Very high passes. You can see the snow-capped mountains in the background. Very, very nice country. Deep canyons. Yeah, that first one came out right by the other side of the little pines. Just all of a sudden I saw him standing there.
I seen him too. I was up on the side hill underneath another pine there. I took a picture of him with my little camera.
Did you? Yeah, I was looking up here. I didn't see him at all up in this area. But then he went right down over the hill. I didn't get a chance to get any video of him there.
I called a little bit there, and three of them come out the bottom there.
Yeah, I think he was one of the three.
Yeah.
Came right up out of there in that valley. That one of them had nice long spikes, probably 2.5 feet long.
But there was the fourth one down there too, right below me there, about 60 to 70 yards.
I never saw that one. Did you see it?
I couldn't see it, but I could hear him beating his horns on on the trees down there, and them 3 spikes are feeding right beside
That's
me.
probably the one we wanted. Yeah, them 3 were there for a long, long time. I thought they were pretty close to you. I didn't know if you moved in on them or not.
No, I was waiting for that 4th one to come out there.
Yeah.
That's right. Take my shoes off. Chase it.
Yeah, chase them down, huh?
Chase it down. Yeah.
Well, I guess that ends the hunting for this year. We'll have to try her again sometime.
Yeah.
Boy, look at those mountains in the background there.
Boy,
They're all-
they're pretty.
Yeah.
This is really froze pretty hard up here. The ground
Yeah.
still froze.
Well, they said 22, so it wasn't very warm, that's for sure. The way my feet feel, I know it. Kevin's getting some more wood there. We need a little for the tent, and we need a little to put on the fire pit for barbecuing tonight. I gotta have some kielbasa and some wieners and fix them all up while we're living like kings around here. My dad would be proud of his little power supply, giving us the lights here. We got lights in the tent, lights in the cook tent, and we got lights outside. Just from that little job. Red Mountain. approaching 12,000 feet. Huge valley in here ahead of us. Starting to get late in the afternoon. Big mountain behind there covered with clouds. All the Quakies and little valleys that are covered with Quakies and pines. A huge outcropping of rocks up there. Right down in front of me is a small valley that I've been hunting most of the day. It's a very small pond right in the center. About as big as a large table. Some rocks again up in the upper left. All the way around. It's called Flat Top. Up over this ridge is where our camp is. Approximately in the center, up over the top of the ridge.
Bend her up.
You should have just got some chippy pop.
What, the aluminum ones?
Yeah.
That's not good for your Alzheimer's.
Open up that draft.
Yeah, Daryl. But I forget.
They're good for the old timers? Old timers?
Where?
That draft.
They're associating aluminum.
Yeah, don't touch it. Fucking
Aluminum cooking pans there. With Alzheimer's.
I'll let you. Oh, really?
Shut that down.
Okay.
Charge that mama. The generator too.
They can't come out. You got them nice slippers on.
Nice and warm this morning. That was 10 degrees when I got up at midnight for a very important job. As you can see, yesterday or night before last we got some snow. An hour after daylight and everybody's still in camp. A little bit cool to get out. Got 7 ATVs here all lined up, covered up. Vehicles strewn all over the place. Here's looking back down the valley towards Gunnison. Snow in the backgrounds on the mountains. All kinds of snow over here. There's our fine sleep tent. Some smoke. Tom finally decided to get up. He's been up for a little while, but everybody's over in the cook tent. We gotta go and see what's going on over here. These are the guys that are supposed to be hunting. All standing around in here instead of hunting.
Sure.
Cook has got everything going, my gosh. Somebody blew up the stove this morning. I don't know who that was. Woke Bubba up.
Woke Bubba up.
Dale back there grinning like he's just caught something.
I know who did it.
That barbecue grill there got used once, but it isn't getting used too much right now. Just swing that right into place and put our steaks on. We're going to cut up that mule deer pretty soon. One guy did get one. I don't know, I think it's a roadkill, but...
Huh? How many times did you shoot at that deer before it come to me, Tom?
I didn't shoot it all. I let it go.
I heard 2 shots over the hill where you were sitting.
Yeah, but it weren't me. Right up on that hillside is where I've been hunting the last yesterday and this morning. Now I've moved down into the valley. quite a good distance away. You can see there's a lot of parks and meadows and a lot of growth, valleys in between the timber. There's that big rock outcropping that was looking at yesterday. Big basin is known as Alkaline Creek. Drops off very quickly. Some other mountains in the background. Comes around to the big one known as Red Mountain. You can tell why it's Red Mountain. It's a very large slide area that is a reddish cast and hue. Somewhere around 12,500 elevation. Big open meadows and that below it. Coming around lower area, mostly grazing land here the whole way. Back around to where I'm watching this afternoon, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, the 20th. Back down into the valley. Little area that I can't see down here. Choice you have to make. Right there's the way we should be hunting. That's probably a guide and his client hunting the same place we are. Biggest difference, they got horses and we got ATVs. This is the area I've been hunting in this morning. Basin down in here. All the way around. Watching this area up on the southwest corner of Flat Top. Off on this side of the west you can see the lowlands and the ranches. Where the elk go down and feed in the winter off the rancher's haystacks. Tape is about to run out. Mountains on the other side up towards what's called Beaver Creek, where we hunted 3 years ago. There is a house right out in the middle of the mountains. There's another one right there. This one is yellow. Windows all across the front. And it is a long ways away. And it is right in the mountains. And how in the world anyone can get there? It has to be from the other side. This is that same basin that I was in yesterday, with Red Mountain up here. And I'm watching these meadows and areas of aspen, quakies they call them. Overlooking a different spot today. About 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm watching this area. I saw 2 moose come down off that point right there last night. Right in the middle of the scene, right there. And they walk down into these trees. Very, very, very large area. I'm watching this little meadow in front of me. Around to the left. All that area. To give you an idea how big this area is, 2 guys are in this scene, and I believe they are some of our group, and they are right up there. To the right of those 2 pine trees. Very difficult to see. Right now they're in the exact center of the screen. I'll show you how far away from me they are. I'm still watching these open areas right here in front. It goes down into the valley. It's the same valley I was overlooking the last 2 days, except from a lot higher elevation. Now I'm in the bottom looking up Red Mountain and the big slope in front of it. It's a regular canyon lake. The last few days I was setting up in that upper point. Right up there about center screen on that hillside. So we've pretty much covered this area. There's been a little shooting this morning, but I'm not sure what has been going on. And back to the little meadow in the foreground here. Down there is where I was hunting yesterday. And now today, moved back up on the ridge. Big rocky ridge that I I'm talking about. I've gotten several bit of the video. All the rocks down through here. I don't know if I can locate them, but there's two of our guys down in the valley. Right in the middle on an ATV. But this is a huge, huge basin here. Red Mountain we've been talking about. Some of the other mountains we've been talking about. Carbon Point, right in the middle. Andreatic Range right there. And then moves into some of the others. Get a wide angle view of this in just a minute. I can give a person a better idea of what the overall scope of this is. Huge, huge basin down in here. We've been hunting in. Mountains in the background. Rocks in the foreground. Right down to in front of where I'm standing. Yeah, it looks like Kevin's got a load of wood here. We're going to be bringing them down. A little for the cook shed, and a little for the tent, and a little for the barbecue tonight. Kevin, better known as Bubba. That Kevin and I do all the cutting and hauling. I got pictures of the hauling, now we got pictures of the cutting. And I don't think everybody else did any. Some guys will use any excuse to go to town. This is Tom Schlew we're talking about, and Dick. They're headed for town. Here it is one day before camp closes out, and they think they got to go to town. That's pretty good. So far, that's twice that Tom skipped out. Now, the other night he found out it was going to be 5 above, so he skipped out then, too. There's my little buggy that served me well for the last few days. Up some pretty steep mountains and pretty rough terrain. Roads are what they call roads around here, pretty rough. Good little machine, easy to operate. Not too bad today, about 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Wednesday morning, Tuesday morning, it was about 10 degrees, and yesterday morning it was about 5 degrees. So the temperature's gone up a little bit. Well, I have a little self-portrait of my area here. Everything I need, all the comforts of home, good bunk, pad, got her made sleeping bag, don't get cold. Putting everything together, gonna start packing up. Tomorrow afternoon or Friday, Saturday morning, we're gonna leave. This is Thursday already. Been here a week. Got my built-in carpet turned out of the way for a while. Get that all laid out, keep everything nice and clean. Ha ha. All the dirt around, nothing stays clean. But I'm gonna start packing everything up and we're gonna start heading her out. Kevin just went up to pick up some wood. We had cut a bunch of wood and we're running a little low, so we're going to get enough for tonight. And probably tomorrow afternoon about this time we'll be packing. Getting out. There's supposed to be a storm coming in Saturday. So I got a lot of cleaning, a lot of picking up to do.